Here I am about to begin another intense hike, this time starting at my house, going all the way to the town of San Clara. I'll be taking Clara Lake Road for between 40 and 55 kilometers, turning left onto Ice Creek Road and then onto 367, which will lead me to San Clara. The weather's already a little bit rough. We got a little bit of rain coming down right now. It's about 4 a.m., 10 after 4. Pitch black right now, and I'm about to begin. See what happens. As you can see, it's starting to rain a little heavier now. Almost feels like it could snow. Wind's getting pretty chilly. I'm about 2 kilometers away from my house now. It's just south of stairs, and still got a lot of walking to do just to get to the top of this hill. And then upcoming next is about 1.5 kilometers of bushwhacking down a trail that I came on the last show, and then I'm at Clara Lake. I made it to the top of the hill now. I'm up by the red bins, kind of a landmark. End of road, getting into bushwhacking now. Not too much, a little bit though, and I'll be past Clara Lake within a couple of, maybe I'd say a good hour, and I'm gonna be a little bit past Clara Lake, and then it's all Clara Lake Road until for about 40-50 kilometers. So, on my way, I guess. It's continuing on now down this trail. It's hard to get a good shot of anything in this kind of lighting. I know you can't see nothing right now, but I thought it'd be interesting just to let you hear the sounds of pouring rain. Started off as a light drizzle, got a little bit cold and windy, and now it's pouring. 2 extreme conditions: pitch black, it's cast over skies, there's no moonlight or nothing, and pouring rain, cold and windy. And by the way, still about 1 kilometer away from Clara Lake Road. Well, here it is. This is Clara Lake. Oh, and there's a beaver. Kind of caught me off guard. Still raining hard. Boots are already soaked. Walking in the dark, you can't really see potholes coming, and walked into a couple 2-foot deep holes. I can only tape short segments at a time here since it is raining, and I've been keeping my camera in a plastic bag, and take the plastic bag off, do a couple minutes, and keep my back to the rain, cover the camera. So there's not a lot to see anyways when it's this dark. And I'm at about kilometer 3 now. I'm going to start heading up the road. Another hour and we're going to have daylight. I'm at about kilometer 12.5 right now. Just stopped to take a look at these tamarack here. Kind of in a low swampy area. Still raining. Hasn't stopped raining yet. No breaks. Pretty overcast sky. I think it's about 8:30 now. Feet are starting to wear out already. Legs getting tired. One good positive thing about all the rain, I guess, is it did soften up the road a little bit. But I don't know. Being wet and cold is way worse than having to walk on a solid road. There's a deer there. Should be the first animal I've seen so far. Just took some shelter here. Starting to rain really hard. Found a big old spruce tree around kilometer 15 here to rest under. Try to catch my wind a bit. It's making it really hard to videotape this, all this rain. Legs are starting to kill me because of being wet and cold, cramping up a little bit. Done about 17 kilometers now, probably. Got about 50 or more to go. Long day ahead of me yet. Hopefully I make it to Bourbons in time to still catch a warm meal and still get a hotel room. If not, I'm gonna have to camp out overnight here, which wouldn't be good. You may remember this intersection from the last time I was here, which wasn't too long ago. I came out from that way, came across a cut block, hit that road, and it's when I crossed TP Creek and started heading west. However, today I'm heading south down Road C here, which is Sarah Lake Road. I'm at about 15 roughly. Not too sure though, I haven't seen a marker for a while. So here we go. Kilometer 16, still raining, not as hard, but still enough to keep me soaked. Expecting to run into forestry equipment up here. I know my brother's up here running a slasher. Probably on 17, I can start to hear them faintly now. Can't help but wonder how nice it's going to be to get to that hotel and sign into my room and get some sleep. Legs are already exhausted and I'm only maybe a quarter done. This block here, I recognize it because I surveyed it in 2005. There's actually a lake back there, I forget what it's called. A couple kilometers back there's a lake. Right before 17. Up by 18 now, I'm just looking at this cut block. You can see a nice lake in behind. I'm at a little beaver dam just past 18. This one sticks out of my memory. The first blue-winged teal I ever hunted was out at this pond. And actually I'd just seen one. That's why I got the camera out, but it flew away by the time I got it on. This is the second creek I've crossed. I just passed kilometer 21, maybe 50 meters back there. Kilometer 23. Well, luckily the rain finally stopped and skies are getting a lot clearer. Hopefully everything passes over. And it's 20 after 1 right now. I've been on my feet for over 8 hours. And nothing else to do but keep walking. Starting to have a bad knee problem. My right knee is giving out on me. This road is taking its toll on me. Not too sure how much longer this knee can hold up. It's about at 24 now. Took off a few layers to make things go a little faster. Just giving my knee a good stretch, trying to loosen it up a bit so I can get some good time in here while I still got daylight. It would be really nice to get to the end of the Sarah Lake Road before dark, and then I can just kind of walk a kilometer at a time resting, and instead of staying tonight in the hotel I could just take it easy all night and have breakfast and then sleep all day in the hotel. Let's see what happens though. Starting to burn out here. Here's 24. Every single step brings a little bit more pain to that knee. Can't imagine how nice it's gonna be. Sit down in the hotel room, relax and have a drink. Order something good to eat. Hopefully they have a good shower or a bathtub or something there. Or a pack of ice. By the time I get there, that's what I'll need. Kilometer 24 is right around the bend. If you're wondering how I got that good angle from above, it's really easy. All you gotta do is find yourself a caterpillar like this. Climb up on top, set the camera and tripod up, and you got yourself some good angles. Although it is bright and sunny out now and I'm starting to dry off, the road is still pretty wet, as you can see. Lots of sections of standing water yet. It's like walking through mud all day, kind of clay and muddy. This area is not too bad, nice gravel, but still just as hard as on the legs. My feet are soaked right through, that doesn't help. Once I'm confident that it's not going to rain anymore, I'm probably going to take off these soaking wet socks and put on some of the dry ones I brought along. Hard to believe I'm only a quarter way done and I'm already toasted. Made a mistake earlier. I said I was almost at kilometer 24. I probably already taped the kilometer 24 sign because now I'm at kilometer 25. Nothing really to see but road. Hopefully a moose comes out pretty soon. Just checking out the scenery. There's the feller buncher on the side of the road. Not gonna climb this one. Just taking a little break here right on the middle of the road. Carrying a lot of extra weight around on my boots, as you can see. All the mud and rocks building up. Might not seem much for a couple hundred meters, but go and walk 27K and every little ounce starts to hurt all the more. Usually takes me quite a bit of time before I get to that point where I think, what on earth was I thinking coming out here? But on this trip, however, it's been a lot different. I was thinking that maybe 1 kilometer into it when I was already soaked. Yeah, and that's pretty bad. Being in that mindset from the very start, right to this point, 27 kilometers in, and knowing that I'm not even halfway done yet, and having a knee that can barely move right now, and it's slowing me down a lot. Instead of, I thought I'd be at about 35 right now, or even 40, and instead I'm at 27. Here's kilometer 27. Just taking a break. I just passed 28. I'm at a little creek here. I believe it's Ketchum Creek, and if I'm right, upstream would take you into Grassy Island Lake. So it's coming out of Grassy Island Lake, which is a really shallow lake. Plan on going there for one of these films someday soon. Maybe not this winter, maybe not this fall, maybe next year. Yeah, pretty nice creek though. I've seen chubs and stuff in it. You can quad down that side quite a ways, and you come up on a big bank overlooking the river and the valley, and you usually see a lot of wildlife. Last time I was there, I seen pelicans. I just have a second chance to get a mink on film. I'm gonna try to get it here. I missed my last one on that last tape I did. Where did it go? He went in the grass here. It's probably going down to the creek to catch minnows. Hope I don't scare him. That's the thing, it takes about 5 seconds to get the camera on. And something like a mink is gone in that time. There he is. He's just taking a drink of water. He's getting into that high grass. Just came across him drinking water out of this pond right here. I'm gonna see if I can push him down to the creek. He's right up here. I see the grass moving. I heard it. It's going down to the creek. This is perfect. I'm gonna go on the bridge and get a better look. Just missed him again. This camera's too small. It's going this way. There he is swimming. Amazing. That just made my 28 kilometers of walking worth it. Been waiting a long time to get one of those on film. Thought I was gonna miss them. Not this time. I'm gonna take a good break here now. Maybe grab something to eat and wait for him to come back. See if I can get him to eat something. Well, just seen that mink. Really makes the day. Still pretty tired. I'm having lunch now. Actually, I never talked about bringing food yet. All I brought really was a quarter loaf of bread. I brought 1 can of tomato soup, which I'm eating now, and 1 garlic sausage, which I already ate. I figure this might work good to get the mink to come back. I'm just gonna eat as much as I can and throw the can down there for him. See if I can get him on film eating this. Of course, I'll pick the can up later. I want to litter in a nice river like this, or any river. I might not look like much, but really good, trust me. You can eat, if you walk 28 kilometers on a bad knee, and the first 6 or 7 hours are in freezing cold rain and wind, anything is good. Especially tomato soup. There's no point in cooking it, really. It's a waste of time. Spend 20 minutes trying to build a fire. It's just as good this way, even better, I think. This is an awesome meal. Seems to be mink everywhere here. It's almost like he's following my tracks. See, there's my tracks right there. Check out how close he's getting. Just ran right past me. He never looked at me. Unbelievable. He's giving her all the way up the road. Never thought I would see this today. I thought it was lucky to be 20 feet away, and next thing I know, got a mink 4 feet away, runs right past the camera. If only I had enough time to get ready, I could have laid down on the road and he would have ran right past me. Well, he's getting way ahead of me. Hopefully I catch up to him later on. Doubt it though. Looks like it's up by 29 already. Just came across another bridge. I'm on roughly kilometer 31, but there's no more markers, so I don't know that for sure. Just judging by how far it feels I walked. Looks like there was a barricade there at one time. Amazing scenery here. I believe this is the Shell River or East Shell River. I don't know for sure because I don't have a map that I ordered that I was supposed to get. Instead I got a campsack one. I wouldn't be surprised to see some more wildlife right here though. Beaver down back there. The biggest difference I've noticed about this hike and the one I did a week and a half ago is, although I got a nice path to follow, a nice road to follow, it's a lot tougher on the body walking, and there was kilometer markers for most of the way, and it's kind of frustrating and unmotivating to you realize if you're going too slow, like you think you feel like you should be at 20 and then you're only at 13. Whereas when you're in the middle of the bush, you don't notice anything, you just keep walking. And I always found it a lot nicer walking on unmarked trail, just trapline trails or quad trails. I find it so much easier. But at least the benefit of this is I know I'm going point A to point B. I know exactly where I'm coming out. I don't have to second guess myself very much. At all, actually. You don't see as much wildlife either on this kind of a hike. I saw that mink and a deer and a ruffed grouse so far. When you're out in the middle of nowhere, you seem to encounter a lot more crazy things. I guess just the logging going on and the traffic kind of scares animals away. But it's getting pretty cast over again, so I'm going to have to keep moving. Not quite halfway there yet. Found an old map in my backpack, and that was the East Shell River. You can also tell how boggy it gets, and it's all full of alders and willow as you get closer to the boggy creek. Just taking a little break here. Found a backhoe. Would make an awesome shelter if I had to. If it started raining really hard, I'd definitely stay in here. Just taking a little break at this beaver dam. It's starting to get pretty dark. I have to take out the headlamp right away. I've been here before. I know I'm getting closer to the end of the road. I want to get there no matter what by tonight. And then I can move really slow throughout the night and get to Bourbon's in San Clara just in time for breakfast. It's pitch black again. Just had to walk around this flooded area. I know I'm getting close to the end of this road. Can't wait. My legs are so beat up. Can only do about a kilometer at a time. Fell asleep a couple times on the trail already. It's getting pretty cold. Still a little bit misty. I just stopped on the side of the trail here to take another breather, have some water. Probably rest here for about 10 minutes, probably end up falling asleep actually. And then I can see the valley ahead, so I know Shell Valley. I know another couple kilometers and I'm gonna hit grassy prairie area, and then it won't be long before I'm at the end of this road. I finally made it at the end of Sarah Lake Road. Just standing on the bridge of, I think, what is Boggy Creek. I'll be on Ice Creek Road next for 4 kilometers roughly. Maybe even a little more, I can't remember. And that will take me to 367, which will take me to San Clara. Just a sign saying road closed. Taking a break to listen to some music here, try to get motivated. I may have wrecked my cell phone. The screen is really blurry. It plays music fine, but the screen is really blurry. Must have got watered down into something. This was a really good idea to stop and play some music. It's starting to get so worn out I can barely stand on my feet, blistering feet. This will give me a bit more energy, at least get me to 367. Made it to the end of Ice Creek Road, heading on to 367 now. Just under 20 kilometers to go. Just stopped to make a fire here and warm myself up since it's so cold walking on that road and wet. $7 a.m. in the Shell River Valley. Had to stop for a fire. Slept by the fire for a couple hours since it's so cold. Still too dark to see anything. Missing out on some nice scenery here, but I'll put the camera back on in about half an hour. My turn off to San Clara is just right up here. About the only pavement I'm gonna see this whole trip. That's where I just came from. Got a little bit more pavement, yeah. I'm on the last stretch now. No more than 10 kilometers, probably more like 8. And I'll be at my hotel. This is the most painful walking down the highway though. Can't wait to sleep on a real bed. Couple horses here in the ditch. Big stretch of highway to come here. Really nice land. Stopped on the side of the highway here for another break. My knee is a lot more painful today than it was yesterday. I had some Tylenol in my survival kit, so I'm gonna take these. Hopefully it gets me through the rest of this. It's always the hardest when you know you're that close. I know I'm within probably 5 or 6 kilometers now, and I'm just dragging every step, can barely move. Is that the Boggy Creek sawmill now? Here's a site I've been looking forward to and dreading at the same time. Looking forward to it because I know at the top of that hill is San Clara. San Clara's not much further past there. But I'm dreading it because it is a pretty big hill and I've walked about 70 kilometers already. There's a little creek at the bottom of that hill. Still gotta go up. I'm at the top of the hill now. Vehicles sure make it look easy. And I'm at the beginning of the community. Still got a little walk though to Bourbon's. Not quite done yet, I still have to get to the end of this straightaway. Maybe a kilometer and I'll be there. Well, I was wrong again. It wasn't a kilometer, it's more like about 3. Had to make a right turn and come down here. But at least now I can see Bourbon's, which is right there, I believe. As soon as I seen it, my legs are about to give out. I know I'm so close now, it's the hardest part. Welcome to San Clara, gateway to the Ducks. How true is that? And there's Bourbon's right behind it. One more block to the hotel. Here it is.